Yeah, it's no big. That's right. Might miss the start, but oh well. We've got sound, there's no pictures. Alright, round one action, Adelaide Footy League. Good afternoon, it's the Rams of Glenunga and the Bombers taking flight for the first time as Davis gets a bit of a kick off the ground, goes again. Bustling in there, winning a free kick for high contact, and Brighton on for first possession today, going the way of Osborne. Towards the forward 50, it's a speculative effort, just hits the hands of Dixon, who stuck up the jukes and takes a lovely mark, and then a lovely little lateral ball just inside forward 50, and a mark taken. First set shot of the day going the way of the Bombers. Jack Moore in commentary alongside Nathan Wood this afternoon. Nathan, what a beautiful day for footy.
Yeah, it certainly is, Jack. Great to be here. Round one, a lot of excitement in the air. A few changes for both clubs. And, yeah, great to be out here at Brighton.
Gives his best from just outside 50. It'll flush across the face of goal and will be a secondary chance, or boundary umpires just changed the mind, so out of bounds on the fall. The kick coming in from Lachlan Johncock. Rams a chance to clear the area as they go towards the outer side, and strong hands in front but unable to bring it down. We'll have a stoppage on the outer side. So Brighton coming in off last year, 7th on the Division 1 table with 7 wins, 11 losses, no finals, bit of a mediocre season, but survival in Div 1 is always the first goal.
Yeah, certainly is, Jack. They're around the mark. They were sort of that just out of the finals last year. Them along with Broadview and another couple other clubs who sort of had that 5, 6, 7 wins. So this year, got a few out today, but a few wins and some new young blood as well coming out to play for them this year. So the ball comes into the middle now, picked up there, or could have got a high tackle there, Cheeseman Dutton. Now picked up by Glenunga, just throwed it on the boot, and by himself, Jarman Segal takes the mark. So he goes out to the outer side. A couple of loose players for Brighton. Handball comes over now to Murphy. Murphy goes long inside 50. Dangerous position there. Pack flies. Down there, looks like Tarka. Spinning, weaving. Clever on the right boot. He's just pushed it across face for a point. Saw Tarka last year out here. Very clever player. Did well there, spun out of trouble and just pushed it across, so a good start for him there.
The evasive skills of Tarka, 23 goals in his 11 games for the Bombers last season. They'll be hoping they'll get a full season out of him this year. Coming out of the square and going towards the outer side, strong tackle coming in to lock it up from Scott. Jakey Tarka in Counter Bay in 2022 and has had time at South Adelaide and played a season in the VFL for the Cats in 2019 as well, so one player they'll need to fire if they have any chance of making finals this season, the Bombers. Tough in contest, umpire waves play on. It comes the way of Glenunga as Desira, strong tackle, applied nicely and just tiptoeing across the boundary. Have a boundary throw in as early stages, 3 minutes gone, and it's a 1 point lead going the way of the home side.
Scrappy start here, but expected around one. The two ruckmen go at it. Davis working hard there. Comes out, Pridham maybe, I think it was. He gives a handball over to Parsons, who throws it on the left. Once again, back in defence. Set up well back there, Brighton. So they take the leaving mark. I think it's Murphy. He kicks the ball with a bit of a breeze out there. It's taking it out of bounds on the full. So Davis will bring it back into play here.
So Brighton, with their defensive structure there, they drop a loose man back but then man up as soon as the play goes further down the ground. So interesting way to defend their back half, but we'll see if it pays dividends as this game unfolds.
Yeah, it started working well early. It's had a couple of intercept marks. So a lot of players over on the outer side here. Ball goes up high. Pack flies. Nearly taking the mark was O'Loughlin John Cop. I think the umpire's picked out a free kick here and it's going to go to Brighton. So
interesting quirk of the fixture last year. This time last year, these two sides met in round one. Mark taken by Broadbent across half back, and he goes to find Cheeseman Dutton. It was a comprehensive 96-point win for the Rams on that occasion, and they followed up with a 20-point win in round 10. Turnover in Glenunga is so dangerous. Mark taken by McMahon. The goal machine inside 50. He'll line up from roughly about 40 out on a slight angle.
Yeah, so important turnover in the middle there. Dangerous kick. Chance there on back through the middle, but was intercepted, and as you said, Jack, Glenunga make you pay. That's why they were up the top last year. Just didn't quite win the grand final. So McMahon trying to get Glenunga on the board with the first major. Comes in, Breeze just holding it up a little bit, and punts through for a minor score. So Glenunga are on the board. Point to Jake Tarker early on, and McMahon's got one now. So 1 point each. We've played 5.5 minutes on the Sportal scoreboard.
Here today, of course, thanks to our sponsors, Filming Footy. As Brighton look to resist out the captain in Carthy. It's now is Higgins, and he got it from Murphy, who wanted it back, but Higgins weighed the options up and had to put the hands above the head, but took an easy mark, Loy. Moving it across defensive 50. The pressure from Glenunga a little bit sparse at this stage, so it's easily brought out of D50. Cheeseman Dutton across the outer side. Kick going just on the cusp of 50 and rising up, but not being able to take it. Unable to button down the hatches there for a split second. Book, gee, he went up high.
That's a huge leap by Book. We're accustomed to seeing Seagal do that in the back line, but yeah, Book, Alex Book, brother of Tyron, who's out today. Now there's a turnover here in the middle, so what can Glenunga do? Working hard there, getting a handball out was Chalmers. Over to Murphy. Kick up there by Chagakis, but he was wrapped up in a good tackle there. So both teams hard at it.
Might be a bit of a cliche, but one thing you can't train is effort, is it? And round one, no excuse not to be tackling, and they're fierce.
The skipper, Carthy, gets the ball onto the left boot, but leading in the race out there, well defended, Sam Parsons, and he's happy to take that over the boundary line. About 40 metres out from Brighton's goal, so pretty even start here. Brighton have played a bit of a possession game. Moved the ball okay.
Glenunga, of course, grand finalists last year, and beaten by Prince Alfred in the big dance.
Yes, very close game, that one. So here we are. Carthy gets a little handball out. Osborne was a bit too slick for him. Big tackle, though, by Osborne. Brighton has certainly come to play here today. There's been some very good tackling. And there'll be another ball up. We're out 35 metres out from Brighton's goal. So Big West gets a little tap down. Davis looking for a free, and he'll get one for in the back. Certainly made the umpires aware of that by lunging forward. So Abe Davis, the medal winner last year, prolific ball winner, and taken over the captaincy this year. So Davis has got a beautiful kick. Just goes long down the line. The wing, West comes there, but he can't get to the contest. It's going to be a free kick. It's going Brighton's way. So Dixon goes forward. It's going to be chopped out though. Well read by Zach Smith. So now what can Glenunga do? They move the ball quickly. Pridham on the left. Goes out wide. Here's Woods for his first game for Glenunga. Takes the mark. Just settles down here. Players are getting over and getting back. So Woods now. Long kick down the line. Good front and centre there from Glenunga player in Lagana. He goes forward. I think that's Bilby. He swings around the right foot. Coming across was the Brighton player there. He picks it up. He's tackled though. Pressure hot. Brighton working hard over there, and they're going to be happy to take it out of play in about 30 metres out from Glenunga's goal.
Bit of a hectic minute. And we're goalless after 9. Wouldn't have picked that. Beautiful conditions. Zephyr of breeze Going across the ground as Abe Davis puts his hand up and takes the ruck himself. The experienced veteran handball out of trouble by Carthy. Brighton's captain's going to come right back to where he was standing and going after it. Diving on it slightly was Perry. Umpire might not look too happily on that. And the pressure was there straight away. When that ball's on the ground, you just can't fall over it.
Yes, the umpire was circling. He was in a bit of trouble when he fell over.
Oh, short kick. Pocket. Davis is pushed forward. He got both hands to it. Would be very disappointed not to reel that in. Abe Davis, the experienced captain of this Glenunga side into his second season with the Rams. Maroubra Junior, and played a bit of footy for University of New South Wales Eastern Suburbs. If you're watching from Sydney, cheering on one of your former expats. Also, of course, an accomplished career with South Adelaide in the Sandful and Sturt as well. We mentioned a few debutants. Charlie Pridham off half-back in the number 1 for Glenunga, former Goodwood Saints dasher. Look out for him with the blonde locks. Off the back of the stoppage, and the ball was knocked out of his hands. Umpire smiled and said play on. Clearing kick to nobody in particular, chasing after it harder. Lachlan Johncock. Boundary line's going to beat him. A few more of those new names for the Rams. In the 5, Declan Fay. In the 6, Oliver Cheeseman. In the 7, Aston Woods. And 36, Jordan West, who has come across from the Woodville West Torrens Eagles in the Sandful.
So, ball slurred off the side, but I think it's going to be paid down ground. No, maybe it's coming back to the Glenunga player out there. So he's
high contact as he kicked, I think you'll find.
Yes, thanks, Jack. So Sam Parsons here. He's just going to go into the middle. Every player in the defensive half of the ground here comes out wide to Dragarkis. Just waiting for something to open up here. Brighton have flooded the back line here. So in it goes, big fly there. Picking the ball up was Tully Kennett. There's a snap on goal. Looks alright, Davis has got into position but just fumbled it. So there's a couple of marks he's dropped. Big Abe Davis where he's used the body well but just slipped through his hands. So round 1, expect that, but yeah, Davis will be disappointed with that. So Brighton now, what can they do? Down the outer side, Broadbent. Oh, in good position, I think. Brighton player just went through his hands. Glenunga player working hard there. And once again, caught in a lot here. Ball up. No, the umpires let it go. So, comes out here. Very scrappy. 10, 12 players around the ball, and there's going to be another ball up. So, still goalless here. Glenunga 2 points, Brighton 1 point. We've played nearly 12 minutes.
I'd say Brighton would be the happier of the two teams to keep the reigning grand finalists goalless after 12. At the coalface, always hard in there. Round 1 footy umpire letting them play. I like that kind of umpiring. Making the players decide it for themselves, and indiscriminate handball out of trouble. Harvey over it with the little man bun up top, I think you'll find, or a bit of a blonde streak in the hair, and all of a sudden it's just on the cusp of 50 as they rugby scrum it towards their goal, the Rams, and getting in over and under, and the kick. Mark that if you can. And Osborne accepts the invitation, does it nicely in the end. Uncontested mark in the end. Abe Davis forward for the Rams, and they've got a spare number out on this commentary side in Murphy. Instead, goes to a 3-on-1 against. Wouldn't be the first choice of coach Brett Backwell, and Glenunga all of a sudden swarm, but the handball was misdirected from Pridham, and the captain Carthy in the opposite number 1 brings it away, finds Nerlich. The one club player goes in towards Venning. Will have to do well. He picked it up, got a boot to ball. Was all he could do in the end. Glenunga resists, but the ball is kicked over the head of the intended target. Head over the footy, winning a free kick. Is Curtis Perry, one of the new man for the Bombers. Comes out towards Murphy. Sam Venning in the 26 and Matty Reid in the 31. Also new faces for this Brighton outfit. Murphy, kick will land about 40 out from goal directly in front. Setting himself for it, but not taking it west. Glenunga can resist and clear it out of D50. Injury behind play. We'll come back to that shortly. Getting to his feet, one of the Glenunga players, and looking a bit worse for wear, but otherwise okay. Smith has Brighton take it on the outer wing. We've played 14 minutes. We're goalless. 2 points Glenunga and 1 for Brighton. They're going to load up inside forward 50 the Bombers.
So Brighton have got the ball here, about 60 metres out. Woods has just stumbled a bit there, landed awkwardly. So here we go, Brighton, 60 metres out. Pumps it in long, he's going to hit the hot spot. Good mark in front. Well, Brighton Bombers about 30 metres out. So here we go, this could be the first goal of the day. 14 minutes gone, and it's Tim Dixon. He's been in the play a bit here, so...
Sammy, 7.5.
23 goals in 36 games for the Bombers, Dixon.
So Dixon, in he comes, straight out in front, should have no mistake in putting this through, and he's got the first goal. Brighton faithful go up, and Brighton kick their first goal to go 1-1-7, leading Glenunga 2 points, 15 minutes gone, so a bright start here for the Brighton Bombers.
Look at that, boys, eh?
Timmy Dixon, the Bombers are up and about. Round one, 80% of the game is confidence. If you can get yourself in front, keep your nose up, and attack the footy in the packs with vigour. And it looks like Brett Backwell has put together a pretty solid squad here. A few big names out of this team, but on either side of the agenda, same for Nathan Grimer and the Rams. But if you're playing as a team, we've seen with Collingwood in the AFL, you don't have to have a star-studded lineup to be successful. The big man West, he had a bit of an air swing, but doesn't matter. Fell to a teammate, and Glenunga all of a sudden inside 50. Brighton have been good with their hands, no exception. Clearing it out and slipping over, but the kick's going to go where he intended, and wow, strong hands again from Dixon coming up the ground. Only goal of the day, and pushing up and using that 45-degree kick. It works so well in modern day footy. Stuck out the Duke, Inspector Gadget mark about 45 out. And he'll like his chances here with not much breeze behind him. Sammy Venning, this will be a goal on debut for the former Blackwood man.
Yeah, looking good, Brighton. Some good movement. Dixon started well here, taking some good marks. Good centering ball there to Tarker, and getting on the end of it here with Sam Venning. So a chance for 2 in a row here for Brighton.
So Venning has come back to the hangar, if you like, former Bomber. Had a bit of experience with the Bays and the under-18s and reserves level. That kick never going to score, going across the face. The umpires found a free. Rams play hit the deck first. And taking his time to rise, it'll be a Rams kick on the last line of defence. Of course, filming footy in 2024, almost said 2023 there, I'm stuck in the past. Brought to you by the Adelaide Footy League, Sporto, our scoreboard sponsor. Filming footy, Dartfish, Farmers Leap, Roll the Dice Racing, and our Archie Stongs. The ball's locked up on the outer side and going nowhere. So 17.5 gone, 1-1-7 the Bombers. Glenunga 2 behind, 5-point lead on the Sportal scoreboard. Quick kick out of clearance, but going nowhere quickly. Umpire's going to do it all again. The strong tackling effort has been on show so far. We'll keep you up to date. All the other Div 1 games at quarter time as well, into the scores from those ones. As they pile in over the top, strong tackle and trying to win at the source, but Glenunga's tackling, in fact tackling from both teams has been right on point so far as we've played just a tick under 18 minutes, and the Bombers have a 5-point lead.
So West gets a tap down. A lot of players around the ball again. A hurried kick forward. Picked up there, but wraps up straight into tackle. There's a Glenunga player there. So we're in the smack bang in the middle. In the cricket pitch. Big West goes at it again with Matt Reid, one of the new players from Rupina last year. So now Glenunga, they're going to go forward. Abe Davis is one out, in a good position, uses the body well. Clever little kick inside there, unselfishly, gives it off to Michael McMahon, who runs into an open goal. So Glenunga get their first one there. So Davis uses the body very well, and a clever little check side on the right foot into the path of McMahon, who ran on and kicked Glenunga's first. So they needed that just to steady the ship, and they go to 1-1-7, trailing Brighton, just noticing the head of Brighton, 1-2, they go to 1-1 Brighton. Nearly 20 minutes played here in the first quarter, so Glenunga on the board.
First goal of many they'll be hoping from the goal machine, McMahon. And only 20 goals last year, but across his career for the Rams, he's an absolute goal machine. 263 now in 111 games. A key piece of the puzzle if they want to go one better than last year.
It certainly is. Looking dangerous up there already. McMahon had a couple of shots on goal. Just waiting for the ball to be returned back in the middle here. So
4.5 minutes to go.
Time on, 4.5 minutes to go here in this first quarter. So we're back in the middle now.
McMahon actually didn't play in both these matchups last season, so a different magnet on the board for Backwell to kind of repel.
Certainly is. So O'Loughlin Johncock gives the handball out. Kick goes forward. Glenunga used the body well there. Sharks well, handballs, string of handballs comes out here in front of us in the wing. Ball just sort of drops there. They didn't read it too well. O'Loughlin Johncock gives a quick handball out. And a little fumble there. The new player Curtis Perry from Langhorne Creek. So Glenunga have a chance now. McMahon, hurried handball. Great smother though. Went back and got it. So now he picks it up through the running player there in Wiseman. Davis there. Now picked out over the top. Davis is in the goal square. He needs a lucky bounce. Picks it up. Shrugs one. Nearly got caught holding the ball but got a handball out. Glenunga being tackled there, so 3 Brighton players take him over the boundary line, deep in Glenunga's forward pocket. They're searching for 2 in a row here, so play by McMahon, got smothered, went back in and smothered the ball and just sucking in the deep ones now, so it's a throw in, over the top O'Loughlin Johncock. Comes to Declan Fay, a new player. Big West is there, puts the jukes up. McMahon picks it up, snap on goal here from Glenunga. It's just gone across the face of goal. Quite pick that up. So Glenunga's having a good little period here. They bring the goals, but that one's gone through for a point. So 1 goal, 3-1-1. They lead by 2 points. A couple of minutes to go in this first quarter. It's been a tight struggle.
21 gone on the Sportal scoreboard clock. Coach Nathan Grimer from the Glenunga team, if you're joining us for the first time. He's been with the Rams for a few seasons now. Sandford Premiership player with Centrals back in the day, Grimer, and also a North Melbourne AFL stalwart, 86 games. And coached at Strathmore in the Eastern District Footy League in Victoria before coming to Sturt in the Sandford and now guiding the Rams in season 2024. Clearing kick from the back 50, but it's going to come straight back. Smith, handball out to Fay. A nice mark. It just went about 15 metres. About 60 out, umpire calls play on and hurries Cheeseman into the kick and launch him in the back. Never going to get there. Jarman Segal at the front. Would have perhaps expected to be in the Adelaide Sandford team, having played a final in the Sandford League last season, Jarman Segal, but back in the home nest this afternoon and this season. Fighting through a tackle and doing nicely, and the ball's turn over straight away and pulling out of that tackle, and smartly so. Fay, nice little wisping kick towards a couple of numbers, but Brighton, gee, the handball game's been right on show. You can tell they've trained that over the off-season. A few pairs of flashy boots out there, and a time on goal would be very handy. They trail by 2. Inside 50 kick from Plenty. Lives up to his namesake on the kick, but drops mark Osborne. And he says to the umpire, well, he's got me. And the umpire says, yep, he didn't have the footy. Free kick going the way of Nigel Osborne.
So yeah, Glenunga did all the attacking there, so this would be a great counter goal here to Brighton as we head towards quarter time.
See a few of these kicks from both sides land short of the goal face. That wind going across the face of the ground, just blowing towards that end as he kicks the footy. Will it help? He's pushed it right, so an adjustment required at quarter time from both teams to use this wind to their favour. A few fingers out and pointing to man up behind, but it's all pretty much one-on-one. Osborne off the back of this pack if it can come commentary side. And manning him up now is Woods as the ball was locked up about 30 out from goal on that outer side of the ground. We've played 23 and a half. A tight, pressure-laden opening term. Off the pack. Goalkeeper back. could have marked that uncontested. It was in about 85 metres of space all by himself, but the snap just needed to be over his head by a metre. As it is, closes the gap, and the Rams by 1 point, 24 played.
So, big kick back in for Glenunga. See what they can do. They work it well. But, good contest there. 2 players there. Brighton have got a few numbers back here. Trying to hold on and prevent a late goal to Glenunga. So, contest out in the wing. Seagal gets a little handball. It's going to go out of bounds on the outer wing. Deep in time on now, about a minute to go.
I think both teams are allergic to this commentary side, aren't they? It's been played almost exclusively out on that outer side of the ground.
Testing us out round 1 here on the outer side with some new players around. So Brighton look like they're just going to try and hold it possession in their D50. Ball comes out to Seagal. Risky kick. No. Missed it. Can Glenunga make him pay? Seagal goes back and grabs it. Working hard, Perry. Now Glenunga get the ball, it comes out the back, he just needs to pick it up cleanly, he does so. Hugh DeSera puts it through, so Brighton, they just try to be a bit clever and cute there. Turned it over in a real dangerous position, and Glenunga, the good side they are, made them pay. So an important goal for Glenunga late in this quarter. Brighton will be disappointed as they've played a good first quarter here, and to let that one through late in the first quarter, to see Otis Carthy, the captain, just coming in to talk to his players about that last bit of play.
All their hard work can be undone in a split second. It was probably the right play just to take the uncontested mark, but the kick
Execution.
1 metre short, DeSera, zippy little forward up there. Had experience with Westies in the under-18 level. Played an under-16 game actually for the state as well. So one thing you're going to get from him is he's always going to be on the ball, and if there's anything that goes astray in that D50, he's going to pounce. And architects of their own demise in that last little passage of play. Davis held on to for a split second, but had the footy. Can Brighton get one back? Open goal. Can run onto it. He gets it. He slams it into the post. Will Rivers, that would have been a nice little filler on the cusp of quarter time. Oh, he's taken afterwards. Umpire in the right spot to see it. Might come back to him. It might be a card. Umpire's gone for the pocket. He's off. He's given him 10 in the bin. Umpire Stefan Setterblad right on the spot, and not sure if he had a good angle on that, but he was clearly taken high after the kick, Nathan, there I saw.
Yeah, so Declan Fay is going to have a 10-minute spell. So the kick went sort of backwards, so it wasn't a real advantage. Sort of still around that 50, so Osborne's going to have another shot here. The siren's gone. Keep his line straight. So in he comes, Osborne. He sliced that off the side of the boot, similar to his other shot at goal a bit earlier. So that's quarter time now. Glenunga 2 goals 3-15. Lead Brighton 1-3-9 in a good contest down here at Brighton Oval.
Quarter time on Filming Footy, and it was a tight tussle in the first half, and then a couple of mistakes resulted in goals. That last little passage of play there as well, Brighton looked to answer that mistake back within 30 seconds, but couldn't quite. So Dixon with the only goal of the quarter for Brighton, and DeSera and McMahon with 1 each for Glenunga. If it wasn't for that Brighton mistake, we'd have an equal game here at quarter time. And the Bombers, well, you've seen a lot of pre-season articles predicting their demise this season in 8th, 9th, 10th, but they've taken it up to the reigning grand finalists early, and they, hate to bring the cliche out, but they've come to play.
Yeah, certainly have. Brett Backwell's got his boys fired up today. They sat behind the ball a fair bit and structured up quite well, repelled a lot of attacks from Glenunga, and then certainly had their chances as well. Linked the ball well through the middle. And it's been a very even contest. Just a couple of little errors. Round 1, some execution and some turnovers have resulted in goals. So, we're in for a great game today, and can't wait for the next quarter.
We'll take a quick break. Thanks to Sportal, Filming Footy, Dartfish, Farmers Leap, Roll the Dice Racing, and Archies. This is the Adelaide Footy League on Filming Footy. Quarter time, Brighton Oval, Saturday afternoon, round 1, Adelaide Footy League, and it's the Bombers 139. The Rams 2-3-15, Glenunga coming off a grand final in 2023, and the Bombers no finals, they're looking to charge back up the table. Tough and contested opening term, and we're underway in quarter number 2. Abe Davis back in the middle, runs past it, goes back and tries to push his weight around. Murphy, he came out of the pack. Osborne just clean below his ankle. Lachlan Johncock with the kick, anything but. Might work out nicely. He got both hands to it in the end, did Rivers. Out the back of the pack, Tarka. Oh, it's a bit of a diving effort, but nowhere to be seen. Didn't get a hand on it in the end, Dixon. And Glenunga looked to resist the urge as they come out using that handball game. Brighton used the handballs beautifully in that first term and just caught bit of quicksand for about 2 seconds, but Kennett, the vice-captain, brings it out towards the outer side. Yet again, there must be a magnet over there, and I think the footy's attracted to it. Boundary umpire's got it. We've played just under a minute in this opening term. Like what you saw from the Bombers in that first quarter, Nathan?
Yeah, they were impressive. They spoke about, they came out hard. Pressure's been good, set up well behind the ball, and just a couple little costly errors, but plenty to like about with a few players that come back in the side as well. It's it'll be an alright year for the Bombers.
For a round 1 game, you expect a lot of mistakes and rust, but there hasn't been much. The contact below the knees, free kick or a trip, take your pick. Lucky dip sometimes, and he's just hobbling the captain Carthy, so handball's off, and that's a beautiful lead. Just couldn't take it. Rivers, geez, spilled it. He's got a trampoline chest out there. Handball, Wisman. Just going left, going right. Just spins the eyeballs and flicks it towards the middle of the ground, outer side once again. Handball went to the gut. This is where they've done all of their good work in that opening term. It's got to stick. That kick, not the right option, you would have thought it. That's Glenunga set back in their zone, and that kick's got a hit. It didn't. Got both hands to it, Chalmers. The kick didn't do him any favours, and Glenunga have it. And they like a bit of a tidal wave. They'd expect to score and expect a major from this. It's going there, it's there. Brighton once again doing themselves in with some slack skills under no pressure whatsoever. And the Rams, well, you don't have to give them a second invitation.
Yeah, once again, bad kicking error. Crumbs picked up, Wood's got a handball out, and a great finish by Trigarkis. A polished finish, never looked like missing. Boxed in from about 35 out, so Glenunga get that all-important first goal of this second quarter. Probably kicking with a little bit of breeze here as well. It's just picked up a little bit.
And I mentioned, obviously, you've got the coaching experience, Nathan. That kick we saw that they brought it back into the guts, then they took it back on that lateral towards this wing. Just if you make a mistake there, you're gonna at least if you go inside 50, you make a mistake there, then at least you can set 3/4 of the ground up to defend if it comes back over your head.
No doubt, a lot of high risk on that one, bringing it back into the middle. So here we go. The ball's back in the forward line for Glenunga. Pridham's there over the back. Played advantage. No, it's going to be a Brighton free kick. So Glenunga started well here.
Pridham's eyes lit up there.
Yeah, Pridham was
no pressure. He thought, here we go.
Cheeky little play on advantage goal. So what can Brighton do now? Deep in their defensive 50.
It's been getting quiet in that opening term. Pridham, the new recruit for the Rams, so look for him to have a big rest of the game if they're going to provide that running curry off of half back, and was instrumental for the Saints even in their relegation season last year. Just brings an element of speed to Glenunga that they perhaps were missing, just to fill up a bit of a gap in last year's very successful team, but just perhaps to tip them over the edge.
Yeah, definitely. I saw him play a trial against PAC a few weeks ago, and he was very busy, and last year when I did a couple of Goodwood games, he was in a lot. A real ball winner, but today, as you said, he's been a bit quiet, but look for him to start racking the possessions up. So Brighton now to the outer wing. Big Wester's there, but it's outmarked by the smaller opponent there. So the ball goes forward. Carthy's the skipper, looking for options. Glenunga are getting back. So here goes Otis Carthy, pumps it in, hot spot. Glenunga in front, Ball spills down to the front, working hard there, but wrapped up in a tackle was a Brighton player, so it'll be a ball up. Brighton have got it to their end now, about 30 metres out. Dangerous spot. So Ruckman are going at it here.
Especially
Big West, little tuck down, good use of the body there. Glenunga, they've got the numbers now. What can they do? Jack Scott goes out wide. Oh, big leap! Oh, has he paid the mark? That is a huge hanger. Segal again. We're accustomed to seeing a few of these every game from Segal. Comes in forward. Coach Brett Backwell having a chat to me down there, talking about Segal and his hangers. So that was massive, Jack, wasn't it?
Jack Moore alongside the coach whisperer here, Nathan Woods. Saturday afternoon footy.
So ball up, 50 metres out. A lot of players are getting around the ball. Glenunga get a hurried kick forward, but it's all Brighton here in the middle. What can they do? Left footer comes out wide. Good defence there. Comes out now to tackle hard by Woods. Ball comes out now here. What can Brighton do? They swing around. But he's kicked it straight to the vice captain in Tully Kennett, who takes a relieving mark and says, "Settle down, boys." And he's just going to short little 15-metre kick over to Zach Smith. So Brighton just looking to slow it down now.
It's all become a bit frantic in the past few minutes, hasn't it? Need a little bit of a cool head, and that's something Smith and Kennett can provide off that half-back. It's a slightly inboard kick. It's going to favour Brighton, but that's not going to work at all. It's going to come straight the way of Glenunga. Wisman will flick it out, and they're running onto it, just missing their targets, both teams. There's that rust in the pre-season. Tarka has come all the way up the ground to get a touch. Been a bit of a drought inside 50, and he's turned it straight over. Tarka perhaps playing behind the ball or pushing up the ground. We'll keep an eye on that. Inside 50 kick coming in from Woods. Oh, he's put it absolutely on the chest of Davis, and he couldn't help himself but run right onto it. The big man, the captain, the reigning Div 1 best and fairest, he'll line up directly in front and give Glenunga a 3-goal lead.
You saw the ball carry there, a big kick from Woods right into the path of Davis, and he's looking ominous up there, looking really threatening.
It's a couple of times, sorry Nathan, that Brighton have had all the incentive to push the ball more towards their forward 50, chosen to go more lateral and just made mistakes with the kick and they turned it over.
Yeah, Tarka there, he'd be disappointed with himself there. Classy player. And it's another important kick that they've missed around that midfield area where it just opens the ground up for a quick turnover. So Davis comes in. Expect this one to be a lay-down there as he comes in. Beautiful kick straight through the middle. Glenunga just starting to get on top here. Kicking with a bit of a breeze here. 4 goals 3, 27. They now lead Brighton 1 goal 3, 9. We've played... The goal signal comes up about 8, just ticking towards 8 minutes in this second quarter.
That's 3 goals now, the Rams, which have come directly off turnover from Brighton. So an easy fix, something that Glenunga, while they're very skillful, haven't really been on top with their possession game they were known for last season, and just forcing the opponent into submission. It's been pretty much all from Brighton turnovers. But round 1, if you play a new game style with some new players, you can expect to make a few mistakes. Come mid-season, it might pay dividends. Clearance from Bilby, and bunted out of there with definition. And the boundary umpire will earn his pay this afternoon. For once, the ball's on the commentary side of the ground. We've played just over 8 minutes in this second term. Glenunga have a 3-goal lead. The big men will go to it. Do they earn their stripes nicely? Didn't dive on it. Shouldn't be a free kick, and wrapped up in a strong tackle. Dixon came in, a bit of a Brighton sandwich as Osborne comes in, and the umpire's just saying, boys, play some footy, and they do. Throws it up, punched out, gains about 15 metres, good as the kick. West, the new recruit, the ruckman for Glenunga, he's come across from Woodrow West Torrens in the Sandful. Abe Davis escorts it out. Gives the boundary umpire one more chance to practice his skills. Saturday afternoon, Adelaide Footy League Div 1, round 1. Both these teams looking to get off to a bright start. Okay, Handball and quick clearance kick towards the middle of the ground. We've seen Brighton stuff us up a few times today. And it's a turnover yet again. King Glenunga making pattern the rebounds. Falls the way of Brighton. They're still going to back themselves with the handball. And why not? When it pays off, it's going to work beautifully. But again, Smith. Scott. Off the back, Smith. Running around, doing a bit of a pirouette. Moving towards what was a one-on-one when he kicked, but when it got there, Pridham was waiting down. Favoured the back. Brighton must take the mark, otherwise it's danger time. Siren's going off. He wants to trip and he was taken down.
Yeah, I think the Brighton faithful were not happy there. They thought that Curtis Perry could have been paid the mark/free kick, but then he's got up and grabbed the Glenunga's leg when Carthy was coming in to lend a hand, and bit of fortune for Glenunga. This could hurt, so they're going to line up for their fourth in the quarter. So some warning signs here for the Bombers. Played 10 minutes, and it's all Glenunga at the moment. Another kick, missing its target around the midfield area, so they've really got to tidy up there, Brighton. So
this is Bennett to put a bit of a gap between the two sides. Bennett goes bang, he loves it too. And added that to the list of turnover goals. As they kick ahead to a pretty handy lead now, and a few alarm bells. Do they change the game plan? It's clearly something they've been working on all pre-season, the Bombers, but gee, as we were talking about earlier, you give Glenunga just a little bit of a sniff, and as soon as you play that style, you're pushing your numbers up the ground, and once you turn it over, you're going to be caught. A bit of panic, he got both hands, didn't mark it, put the hand out, knew that if he didn't, it would have been an open goal, and knew he had to do something.
Yeah, 1-on-1 in the 50 there, so it's an important ball to be won. And as we said, a bit unfortunate not to get the free kick. Glenunga ended up getting the goal. So back in the middle, Brighton need the next one. Dixon flies high with a big tap, but straight down to Bilby. He's got the last two centre clearances. Pridham in a good spot there, but the umpire's found a free kick here. It's going Brighton's way. So Curtis Perry, one of the new guys, it's going to go to Osborne. Short little kick. What can Brighton do this time? Osborne just assessing the options. It's going to go in the middle. So another dangerous kick. Missed the target. Big West lumbering after it. Picks it up well. Pridham's there. He overruns it. Now it's picked up by Stasira's got it. Gives the ball over to Cheeseman. Cheeseman has a wild kick at that, but it could land in the fortuitously to Bennett, but he couldn't take the mark. And the ball's going to beat Brighton out of bounds.
So Brighton, slight adjustment that last kick. They had a loose man right in this commentary side pocket. What that meant though is there was Pridham and another Rams player in the middle of the ground all by themselves, and they still chose to take on that kick laterally. And it's back inside. Pretty dangerous position now for the Rams.
So a lot of players now back in the pinged to holding the ball decision there. So a very quick one there. O'Loughlin Johncock, he's going to take the free kick. Offensive 50. Goes out to the outer side. In front position. It's a Brighton player there. But the ball beats both out of bounds with no touch. It's going to be brought back into Glenunga's forward line. So outer wing.
So 1-on-1 ahead of the footy.
Yeah. Kicks it high. Mark that one. Seagal leaping, but it's gone over the back. Glenunga have taken the mark there. Can't quite see who it is.
Big McMahon.
Is it McMahon again? Yes.
Hops up and shows the back of his jersey to us.
So great grab, judged it well. Just the breeze took it over the back. McMahon, it's going to be a tough shot from out there. But kicking with a bit of a breeze. What's he going to do? It looks like he might even be looking to centre it, and he does that to the hot spot. Looking for big fella there. Couldn't quite pick it up, but yeah, no, it's going to be another ball up, 20 metres out as Pridham comes off for a spell and Abe Davis comes back on, heading to the forward line. So what can Glenunga do here? Little tap down was good, couldn't quite take possession. Woods picks it up, has a snap at goal and just misses. Aston Woods on the board with a minor. He's got a bit of it this quarter, coming on after hurting his knee a little bit there, so So Glenunga doing all the attacking here. Brighton will bring it back in.
Woods has come across from Prince Alfred, played some reserves footy there the past couple of seasons. Davis. Find me a stronger pair of hands in the Adelaide Footy League. He's pointing towards the goal face. He's going to kick from about 56 metres out. Backing himself in. Wouldn't want to be a betting man, but he's going to give it all he's got. He's going to use this. Coming back, Abe Davis! All the way to the line. Another metre. He had another metre or two towards the man on the mark as well.
Yeah, huge kick by big Abe Davis.
He knows his distance, doesn't he?
Wind got hold of it as well and just didn't quite get the legs.
First player we've seen use the wind down this end of the ground to their advantage, bringing it back from right to left. A lot of the kicks we've seen have gone left to right today.
Yeah, a couple from Osborne earlier who just sliced off the boot, went the other way. So Brighton there, Woods coming back. McCarthy's got it. It's play on though. Short little kick, down the ground though. Luckily,
taken afterwards. Just be careful.
Higgins is going to. No, it's not Higgins. Higgins has ran forward.
Broadbent was taken afterwards, and we've got a player here on the commentary side who's got it and now kicks along to Higgins. The run they want, the run they need. Better footy. Get it inside forward 50. You never know what's going to happen, and Tarker's been taken out. He plays on, sees something he likes. Now it's a 3-on-1. Not sure what he saw. And that kick's going to nobody in particular. It's going to dribble out of bounds.
Tough with the breeze from that side there. Going to take it across the face of goal.
Doesn't matter if you're inside 50, if you're new to the Adelaide Footy League, if it's a last possession handball or kick anywhere on the ground, it's a turnover. So not sure what Tarker saw. Could have gone back and taken his time. Went fast, made the error. Lagana brings it all the way out to about 60 out from the defensive goal. And that's a beautiful smother. And the boundary umpire will throw it in on the outer side. We've played just over 16 and a half minutes gone. We've got about 8 to go in this second term, thanks to filming footy. Round 1, 5-5-35 the Rams, 139, a lead of 26 points. Brighton need a goal, and that's not going to get it done. He's got to go back in after it. Did beautifully in the end, spilled the mark. Chalmers butted up nicely. Handball game under pressure. Eager coming out. Tarker couldn't collect the lollies at ground level. Hands it off and finding Cheeseman Dudden. The kick towards the central location. Snap, quick. Offline. And that's Venning. Just couldn't quite find the target. Brighton peppering this inside 50 count over the past few moments. Takes the score to 1-4-10. They trail by 25 points. 5-5-35 the Rams. We've played 17 and a half in this second quarter.
Yeah, desperate for a goal here, Brighton. Ball comes back. Davis goes up. Fay back on the ground after his indiscretion earlier. Davis gets a handball. Straight to Brighton though, Osborne. Oh, he took his eye off the ball there, the Brighton player in Murphy. Player's working hard. Let's kick out here. Glenunga clean up. Now they go forward. Big leap by Segal. Good little tap forward there though by the player. Cheeseman was there. Now picked up by Perry. What can Brighton do? He's just kicked it forward. Zach Smith runs onto it. Out to Pridham. Pridham quick handball. Glenunga trying to work something out here. So the ball comes out to Eager, and Eager finds a player on the wing. So Glenunga, a chain of handballs. Now they're going to take possession and try and work it forward and have another shot on goal. So kick comes in, a bit of a wobbler, helicopter dipping, and well marked to the back. So Brighton now, they're going to try and switch it. Good play. Out to Chalmers. So Chalmers. Players flooding over to this side. We haven't seen much of the ball on this side. Ball goes out to Higgins. Higgins now down the line. Good lead. Rivers takes the mark. So this next kick, important one. They're just being let down for some of their disposal. And there again, chopped off by Tully Kennett, the vice captain. Now they can run through the middle. Players streaming forward. Hugh DeSera pumps it in. Pack flies. Ball comes out, 2-on-1. Brighton, short little kick. Pridham's there. Good pick up by Higgins it was. Higgins now. Rivers again. Marks. This time, let's see what he can do. Oh, he's just thrown on the boot and sort of stay in there. It's worked out well for Taka in the end, but he spilt the mark.
31.
And there'll be a throw in about 60 metres out from Brighton's goal.
That turnover about a minute ago, which Glenunga, they were lucky to survive. The bomb. Lachlan Johncock was there about 20 seconds early with the hands in the air. Kick it to me. Just delayed that 10 seconds. That's all it takes. Need to be subconscious with your decision making at this level. Pridham, nice. Lachlan Johncock putting the pressure on, did well. He's going to keep it in defensive half of the ground. Just a little bit over the top. Venning came in late. It'll be a downfield free kick going the way of Glenunga Desira. They're going to bite that 45 off. The kicks towards that part of the ground haven't worked for either side, but Glenunga are a team that'll make it work. The more they pick it off, the more it'll pay dividends. Cheeseman's kick to about 30 out from goal. G fighting through. That's not the way to get through there. Run into a dead end and a brick wall all in one.
Yeah, great tackle, Glenunga.
A bit indecisive, Brighton. It's like they know what the right decision is. It's just they don't back themselves to take it on first time.
They're lacking a bit of confidence as well with some of their disposals. So Glenunga really started to get on top this quarter. And this is going to hurt. Approaching 21 minutes in this second quarter.
Have to start it to the right, bring it back to the left. This will make the margin a little bit harder to manage.
Snuck it in.
He salutes.
Can't quite pick up the play there.
Pays homage to up high. Wiseman puts it through. Had a couple of stops at Kangarilla and Flagstaff Hill, and Goodwood as a junior, and made his senior debut for the Rams back in the COVID-affected year of 2020. So Wiseman on the board. Margins blowing out here. Second quarter, 21.5 into time on 6-5-41. 31-point lead. Brighton 1-4-10. Alarm bells going off. The red sirens are ringing behind Brett Backwell on the Brighton bench. And coming out, doing the don't argue and looking a little bit like Dusty for about a second or two, but got the kick off and did better than what the Brighton player was able to do a few possessions earlier. The ball's on the turf. Did he drag it in? Umpire says no. But a ball up in a very dangerous area. 22 gone. They'll need to repel here, the Bombers.
So another ball up. Davis goes up with Nerlich. Ball comes to ground. 5 or 6 players on it. Going to be another ball up. No, the umpire's going to ping him for holding the ball. So now Brighton on. Quick handball. Comes out to the wing. Chance over the back here for the Bombers. Matt Reid. Well picked up. Handball comes in board to Carthy, the skipper. Over to Venning. Venning's got a loose player out wide here, and Jack Chalmers has got hold of it.
He's got a loose about 20 out from goal if he turns.
He thought about giving it off, but now he's just thinks he's going to go back and have a shot on goal.
Looking for a handoff.
So he's going to give the handoff here. Blake Higgins runs in 40 metres out, but never looked like it. Came back a little bit, but threw for a point. Just that breeze from that side. Tough kick from that angle.
Just telegraphed the handball a bit. Never actually faced the goal, and it just made the Glenunga. Didn't really get too much pressure on the kicker, but it just made them think that he was never taking the shot.
So ball comes back in, Glenunga. Big long kick with the breeze to the outer side. Carthy's there. He picks up on the left, brings it in board, but he's kicked it straight to Glenunga, and Gabe Lagana takes the mark. So
see if they elect to go into possession footy or just go down the line.
Yeah, so this time they'll go down the line. Big fly. Players around the ball, wrapped up in the tackle, just spilled out. Right, picked the ball up, wrapped up in a really good tackle, and he's going to be pinged holding the ball. So, real good tackle by Glenunga. Just really starting to put the foot down here.
So Grimer and the Rams have pushed the spare man behind the footy. He's now pushing up. That spare man is Smith.
I think it's Abel now, down the wing. Big fly, right Broadbent. Ball comes over to Pridham. A lot of players around the ball, and some good tackling there by the Brighton players. And we'll have another ball up.
As a coach, Nathan, you'd be well aware of it. It's that zonal marking of your play. You can be loose, then you can go back onto a play, but it's knowing when to do that.
Yeah, definitely. Reading it, the play to come back on. As the ball comes in forward, Davis in front. Once the big man gets in front there, it's a very hard job of getting your arms around to try and spoil. So, quick kick forward, playing in front as good forwards do. And the big Abena Davis is going to line up for his second goal.
And you saw Davis was already on that lead about probably 5 or 6 metres ahead of his direct opponent, even before the kicker had gotten in strides. It's just a sign of a team that know each other really well.
Yeah, definitely.
1 minute.
Spot on, Jack. So Davis, a minute to go in this second quarter. Normally a very reliable kick as Abe comes in. Looks pretty good. Umpire has not moved. Abe Davis gets his second, and Glenunga now extend their lead to 6 goals. 7 goals, 5-47. Brighton 1 goal, 5-11, and this game's certainly taken a change in this second quarter after a very tight first quarter. Glenunga have got on top and piled through 6 goals.
Sportal scoreboard is not good reading if you're of a black and yellow persuasion. Urgent change is needed. An urgent game plan adjustment perhaps required at half-time. Modern day footy, 6 goals. It's a lot on paper, but it can be nothing in practice once you get a bit of momentum on your side. Longcliffe, John Cock,
See
ridden.
two Glenunga loose passes here. So in this last minute, they just sort of lock down the hatches as Woods goes in. Solid bump. Ball comes out here. Forward 3-on-1. The loose players back there for Glenunga. Karavasitis gets the ball. Karavasitis, and he's wrapped up.
It's a ball up. Brighton desperately need a goal from this stoppage. 26 and a half gone. A bit of an understatement, but possibly.
Love the Jag one here, wouldn't they?
Glenunga, you see, behind the ball, 4 on pretty much none. That'll take us to the break. Gee, a goalless quarter for the Bombers in one, but they really needed to fix a few things from that first quarter over. Turnovers, the killer for Brighton. A few goals from Glenunga coming directly off the back of turnover. They know each other, so they've clearly trained it over the pre-season, but a grand final team in 2023 and a team that was 7th in the same season, Brighton, and the cream rose to the top in that second term.
Yeah, certainly some of Glenunga's better players stood up. Abe Davis with 2 goals. Bilby was good in the middle. He got some centre clearances. Pridham came into the game. Tully Kennett was got some ball as well. So the Big West was getting the hit outs and giving first use to the Glenunga players. So set up a good lead here at half time. They'll be going in very happy. Glenunga 6 goals in front. So we see teams heading into the rooms now to be addressed by their coach Backwell and Nathan Grimer.
So Backwell and Grimer take their troops in. The umpires wander in for a break, and we'll take one as well. Before we get there, a quick shout out to all our sponsors, of course, here on Filming Footy for season 2024. The Adelaide Footy League, of course. Scoreboard sponsors Sportal and Hahn. Filming Footy for our stats. Dartfish for our beautiful live stream coverage on YouTube this afternoon. Farmers Leap, Roller Dice Racing, and our best on ground, winning a pair of Archie thongs. Very comfortable thongs. Not sure if you got a pair of those, Nathan, but they are very, 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 very comfortable. Goal of the Week is brought to you by Born to Build, and that prize is given to us by the Wakefield Sports Clinic. And Mark of the Week brought to you by Bianco. We'll keep an eye. A couple of high flyers in that second term. See all the winners. All the winners of those awards on the Filming Footy social media page, and watching the weekly footy show Between the Posts on the Adelaide Footy League website. Half time here at the Bay, and it's 7-5-47. The Rams a lead of 36 points over the Bombers, 1-5-11. Welcome back to Brighton Oval, round 1 of the Adelaide Footy League Division 1 for 2024. Jack Moore alongside Nathan Woods. It's a beautiful afternoon, bit chilly, the zephyrs coming in off the ocean, but Glenunga have had no issues asserting their dominance, and the reigning grand finalists from 2023 are up by 36 points at half-time. Brett Backwell, gee, I wonder what he's concocted at half-time. It's going to have to be something special.
Yeah, certainly a lot to think about for Brighton at half-time. And a good start to the game in the first quarter, but just had to settle a bit. Their skills really let them down various stages in that second quarter, and Glenunga, the side they are, managed to make them pay, and some very good forwards up there that got on the end of some turnovers and delivered the goals. So yeah, Brighton, they'll need to, they're kicking with a bit of a breeze here, so they'll need to sort of pile on a few goals and get close to give themselves any hope in the last quarter.
And Nathan, you've got some half-time scores from around the grounds this afternoon.
Around the grounds. So we've got 4 districts beating Broadview quite convincingly, 45-9. So we know that they've recruited in the off-season and going to be a powerhouse.
We'll come back to those scores in a second. And the players are ready and we're ready for this third quarter. Nothing is impossible in footy. 6 goals seems like a mountain, but one at a time. We'll see how we go. Umpires hovering around that contest, but couldn't see anything too bad as Pridham comes in, picks it up and handballs off, and normal service resumes in this third quarter. The kick from Wiseman got his name on the goal sheet in that second term. He's dragged down. There he is. Heard his name burning in his ears. We'll come back to those half-time scores.
Yeah, so Tea Tree Gully, a bit of a surprise here. They're 30. They're leading Shock. Sacred Heart Old Collegians 11. PAC and Spock, pretty good battle there between the two college sides. PAC with a 10-point lead over Spock. And the last game, Golden Grove at Payneham. A lot of ex-Nord guys running around there today. Golden Grove 46, lead Payneham by 9 points on 37. So some interesting games. So yeah.
Jack Moore in commentary alongside ex-Norwood assistant and Pembroke Kings coach Nathan Woods in commentary on the Adelaide Footy League, filming footy. He's taken a bit of a tiptoe too far. He was taken afterwards, but ran his distance and more first. So the door just slightly ajar here. He's going to have to use all his nous to use his breeze. He just takes a step from Campbell. Oh, it's spilled. That's going to cost them precious seconds, and they're not going to get a shot on goal after all, because the lift doors of Glenunga, they ram shut.
Yeah, he telegraphed a little give again, and the handball was a bit astray there. Made it hard for Plenty, who ran onto it and then fumbled it, and they made a bit of a meal of it.
Seen it a few times, haven't we, today? They've just second-guessed themselves when you've got a ball inside 50 and put it towards the teeth of goal at least. Diving over it, both teams desperate to get their hands on the pill. Taken down without it for a split second was Murphy. Getting to his feet now and coming in over it, Plenty, and ripped in the tackle.
Bit of push and shove. They're into
Bennett
Faye.
brought down.
Into Faye here after he had a little push early on. He got sent off for 10. They're into him. So Woods now, what can he do? Gives a little handball out. Stray. Osborne picks it up. He's wrapped up in a tackle. So tempers have just gone up a bit here.
You can tell Backwell's fired him up at half-time.
Certainly has know the importance of an early couple of goals here. So ball comes out here. Woods picks it up. Goes again. Little handball over the top. Just missed Davis. Right, and pick the ball up now. We've got the running Lachlan Johncock. He give him the handball, but kicks instead. A wobbler. Makes it hard for his forwards up there. Ball comes to the Glenunga player, who's wrapped up in a tackle by Shane Harvey. And we will have a throw-in. Or a ball-up throw, 40 metres out. So Big West plucks it out of the air and kicks it forward in front of Pridham. Pridham, busy little player, comes back in broad. Good handball to Wiseman. Wiseman's handball's partly smothered. Carthy picks it up now. So Brighton a chance. They go inside forward. A loose player out the side is Tarker's dropped the sitter. Just been a little bit off today, Jake Tarker.
A couple of sitters he's dropped now. He's taken his shot for goal and he's centred it to a 3-on-1, didn't score, and a couple of drop marks when he was the only man near it.
Yeah, so a bit off, but expect him to bounce back. So, there's a sling tackle there. Unlucky to get a free kick there, and Abe Davis is on top of riding the Brighton player there, and there's going to be a ball up again. So, plenty of players around the contest here. Ball up, 40 out. Tap comes down. But Brighton, Pridham overruns it. Good tackle though. Comes out to Perry. Perry just slings it on the left. Inside 50. Tough ball. West there. Big man. This is dragged in. He could be going here. He dragged that in. Umpire spotted that. And that's a free kick holding the ball. So Brighton will have a chance here to get the first goal of the second quarter.
Pressure's high, isn't it, in this third term? Brighton goalless since quarter time. Added a couple of behinds in that second quarter. Really looking to assert their dominance, and 4 minutes in, 1 goal here brings it back to a 5-goal game, and from there with still just about half the game to be played. You never know on their home deck, and they're going the way where the wind is in this third term.
So here we go. Really important kick here. Brighton need this first one. Umpire hasn't moved. That's straight through the middle. So great goal there for Brighton. They get the all-important first one. They've come out in this quarter. All guns blazing. And they strike first blood. So margin back to 5 straight kicks. 5 goals. Pick up the goal kicker. You got up there, Jake?
Not doing us a favour, is he? He's walking towards us. He's
48,
spinning.
Will Rivers it was.
Yeah. So a goal back, not quite on debut, but he's been away from the club for a while and spent some time at Padthaway with 47 goals. 47 games, I should say, and 28 goals across his 2 seasons at Padthaway. And spent a bit of time on the Adelaide Crows list in the Sandful in 2018. A bit of a top-up player there. All right, Brighton, at your door now. You've got a couple of inside 50s that have been really meaningful, and the pressure's back. This is the kind of pressure we saw early days. First quarter, Osborne comes in and overpowers the opponent. The door's creaking ajar. Fans just with a bit of a air of expectation. They want to see their boys start well in this season. And putting yourself front and centre, winning the pill was going to get you a free kick most of the time, but he played on to his disadvantage. Both hands to it. Frontal pressure was good from Brighton coming after it. Where's Tarka? Can he affect anything? Perry with a really strong tackle, the jaws of life closing in. Right in that same spot it was about 2 minutes ago, and that resulted in a Brighton goal. 5-goal game. 6 gone, third term. Held in once again. Strong start to this quarter from the Bombers.
Yeah, pressing again here, Brighton. Looking for their second of the quarter. Plenty of players around the ball. Comes out, Nerlich's out there. Quick kick inside. Just misses Perry, so Glenunga mop up, but they're wrapped up in a real strong tackle again by Sam Venning. So the tackling's on here from Brighton.
Good recovery from the umpire there. He went down, he popped her up. I think he called the ball up while he was on his buttocks there, so very nicely done.
So tap, West taps it down, picked up by Brighton. Lucky not to be pinged. So the kick, hurry kick for Glenunga comes out here in front of us in the wing. Leading the chase is Broadbent. He chips it over to Carthy, he's been good. Swings on the left boot, kicks it out in front of the forwards there, running onto the ball. It's Tarka. He's fumbled again, Tarka. He's not having one of his best days, Jakey Tarka.
Rivers.
Sorry, no, Rivers.
Do look a bit similar from the front.
Yeah, a little bit similar.
Speedy customers down there.
Couldn't quite see the tattoos as well, so Tark says. So anyway, Carthy, big fist over into a dangerous spot. Brighton player wrapped up in a tackle. 15 metres out, nearly straight in front of goals here. So Brighton, they dearly love another one here. Reduce the margin to 4 goals. Got the players around the ball. Osborne there. Ball comes out. O'Loughlin Johncock goes hard at it. Good contest there. And there'll be another ball up.
Right end of the ground. Glenunga have built their lead nicely. Sits at 5. The box of chocolates isn't quite empty yet though. Swinging a few magnets around and seeing what comes out the other side. Strong hands, Broadbent. Does it beautifully. Needed to mark that, otherwise Glenunga are off to the races. A little bit like Pride of Jenny. They wouldn't have caught her. It's right back inside forward 50 now, and hold on the ball decision, a bit of a late whistle. It might go the way of the Rams, and very lucky there because Brighton had a quick outlet handball that was going to get them a shot on goal. Lachlan Johncock a bit proppy, we'll keep an eye on him. He's one of those guys that will not come off unless a leg is hanging off his body. Lachlan Johncock would give it all for the cause.
Broadbent again, he's much
went up, two big ones. Close the jukes around though. He's put some grip on at half time, I think you'll find. Umpire waiting to play on. Ball stuck like glue in his hands. Roving at ground level, pushing the back. Oh, it doesn't matter. Umpire said play on. It wasn't anything to affect the kick, and Carthy just getting a bit unlucky and smashing it right into that right post, which seems to be on a little bit of an angle from my view. Might have to adjust my glasses there, but might have cost him a goal there. Otis Carthy will take that up with the ground manager during the week. Anyway, third quarter, 9.5 gone. Glenunga lead by 29 points.
It's been good, Carthy, skipper, getting involved. Trying to will his side back into the contest here. So hurried soccer off the ground. Well trapped there by McMahon. He's got space, no one ahead of him. Has one, has two. Brighton trailing him. Kicks along the ground, it's going to wobble. It's not going to make the distance. He has another go at it. Oh! He ran on and kicked the goal. Michael McMahon, great effort. He'd spent all the tickets. I thought he was gone, but his kick only went about 15 metres. It just stopped before the line, and then he socketed it through off the ground, soccer style.
Set play.
Set play.
He drew it up in his mind. Sam Kirby proud of that finish.
Unbelievable. A really important goal there.
Nicely done, McMahon.
So that's his second, McMahon, and against all the flow there, one into the breeze there is a bit of a punch in the stomach for the old Brighton Bombers.
And all that effort in the first 10.5, and whereas we were at half time with that similar margin, 36 at half time, 35 it is now. So for all their huff and their puff, they haven't blown the Glenunga house down. Going in hard, you'd expect nothing less. Wisman getting up a little bit slowly in the middle of the ground is Faye, who picks himself up, and it's on the half-forward flank. A little bit of holding going on over there, and free kick taken by Plenty, who decides to play on. Lives up to his name until he got Plenty on it, did Jack. Just away to the right-hand side. Goal umpire made to shuffle and do a bit of a dance. So they're peppering the face of goal in this second term. They've strung on a goal and eaten into that margin by the 2 points. It's come back to a 34-point game. 8-5-53 the Rams, 2-7-19 Bombers. 11.5 gone. That kick is going to go all the way out over the Jarvis Toyota sign over there, club sponsor at Brighton. Chance for them to get back inside 50 and roll the dice one more time. Opens it up and looks to switch it. Oh, they took a bite of the same cookie there, the two Glenunga defenders. It's going to work out well though. And Desira was all by himself, marks uncontested. Middle of the ground, all one-on-one. A couple of loose numbers. Oh, Broadbent wanted a hat-trick of famous grabs in this term, but he butters up and lays a strong tackle directly in the middle of Brighton over. What a beautiful day for footy. It's Adelaide Footy League, Div 1, Round 1, and it's the Rams by 34 points.
Yeah, it's right in the cricket pitch area here. Centre of the ground. Woods over the ball. Spills out to Desira. He gets a hurry kick forwards to go in good position and takes a strong mark. He's been good today. Goes out wide and finds Blake Higgins. So what can Higgins do? Has a lead, ignores that by Plenty. This is going to go long down the line, over the head of Rivers and out of bounds. The outer wing just near the scoreboard, which reads 8-5 Glenunga, 53 points. Lead Brighton 2-7-19. Approaching the 13-minute mark of this third quarter. 1 goal apiece. So Brighton with this breeze would like to get a couple, give themselves some sort of hope. Lachlan Johncock now. Out to Higgins again. He pumps it forward. Rivers in good position. Couldn't take the mark. Gets a handball though. Not to anyone in particular. So Glenunga mop up now. Short little kick. Good take though by the Glenunga player. He's tackled. Pridham on the left. Wobbly kick forward. Big high fly there by a couple of players. Well crumbed there by Cheeseman. He gets it out to Fay and he just pumps it in long. Carthy's there. Bodied out of it by Big Davis. Now Abe turns around, gives a handball into the middle. Wood's there, one out. Nearly takes the mark. Brighton working hard. Young fella there in Tom Dermody. He's working hard now. Player all over the top of it. And the umps have been hot on that today.
It's been pretty well umpired there. If the ball's on the ground and you fall on it, it's your responsibility to knock it out. And if not, get the ball, get the play moving, play a free kick and get it going. And for both sides too.
Be consistent. So here's Perry, one of the recruits. He's going to go back in middle. Oh, risky, but works out okay.
Murphy made it look harder than it was, didn't he?
Oh no, Murphy's kicked it straight down the throat of Wisman. Turn over here. Gone in long. Davis behind. Carthy does well. Gets it down in front of Broadbent. Now back to Carthy. And he's going to take a bounce and clear danger. And a beautiful kick as well. Those bright boots over there shining very brightly.
Rams have pushed a number back here, so got to go slow, just book.
Yeah.
One club player in 28 reserves games for the Bombers in those boots. Can't miss him. Falls to the back, here we go, goal time! Oh, just offline. Goal umpire had me fooled, he was leaning back, trying to adjust the spine. The ball just wouldn't fall on the right side of that crooked post. 2-8-20, they're peppering in this quarter, the Bombers, but they can't close the margin. 36 at the half and 33 halfway through this third term. Rams be pretty happy despite the forward half dominance. Quick clearance and kick and nice mark. Oh, he's got a Sharon mark on his chest. It came to him that hard.
Spearing ball by Lachlan Johncock.
A bit winded by that mark, and you're right. Lachlan Johncock is one you've got to watch. He's one that can drag a team up.
Now here's Tarka. What can he do?
Had a bit of a dog of the day, Jakey Tarka, but they do say it might not be a day, and well, it might not be a day, but that's going to be an effective kick across the face of goal. And that's what he had in mind the entire time. I'll give that one to him. Nice centering ball. Just improves the angle when it'll be a mark taken about. 25 out, 30 out. Curtis Perry, Langhorne Creek, he was there for about 11 seasons, Perry. Come back to the Bombers in this one. Well, still early, plenty of time left, but simply must go through.
Very important kick for Perry.
Wherever he's played, he's been the best. 131 times out of his 265 senior games for 3 different clubs. He leans back and he salutes the umpire, gives him 6th the best.
Beautiful left foot kick there from Perry, never looked like missing.
The Bombers have fueled up the Jets and, well, they're on the runway. Can they lift off? There's plenty of time left. 17 gone. Third quarter, 8-5-53. A lead of 27 points. Brighton 3-8-26. It's Jack Moore and
Sammy,
coach extraordinaire Nathan Woods alongside me. Not to embarrass you too much, Nathan, but if you're in Brett Backwell's shoes, put your coaching hat on for a second. Anything different here to try to breach that margin before three-quarter time?
No, I think they're doing a lot of things right. It's just they've got to convert. So when they get forward, as the ball's in the middle, saw what a bit of polish from O'Loughlin Johncock did before. So Target diving in hard there. The goal's got the blood flowing here. Brighton boys looking for a third of the quarter.
Just that second quarter, wasn't it, where Glenunga kicked 5 goals to nothing. First and third terms have been pretty even.
Certainly have. So Tarka out the back, big fist by Tarka, picks it up on the right. Good effort, but slid off the side of the boot. Just got tackled, but looking lively. Tarka will only take him a couple of disposals, couple of goals, and he can turn this game around as well. So Glenunga just waiting for the ball to be brought back here, and Sam Parsons is going to bring it back for them. So they want to hold on here in this last 7 or 8 minutes and to Jag one would be great, but I think they just want to limit the damage. So, long, big kick down the wing. Seagal flying as always. Numbers out the back here. Glenunga have snipped out. 3 of them there, so they can raffle it. Get it on the left. Oh, it's a poor kick though. Had Lincoln Bennett all clear in the middle, but he didn't open the eyes, and Big West is now going to take a mark back just on the defensive side for Glenunga. So Jordan West, new to the club this year, former Woodville West Torrens player, goes long. Ball goes up, Abel tries to shepherd, comes over, well Crumb, kicks it out in front. Abel leads the chase with Ty Murphy on his hammer. Dragged it in, he'll probably go on again with the umpires umpiring the way they are. They're hot on that, they've been good on it. So, big Abel just jumped on it, and a free kick to Brighton. So they're going to try and repel and get it going. 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Some more bright boots over there, the green flashy boots there. And Ty Murphy pumps it long down the wing. We go at the back, Book flies, picks it up, looking inboard. Oh, it's tough handball to get there though. Made it hard for Jack Plenty, and Glenunga wrapped the tackle up.
Chalmers was running into about 40 metres of space all by himself. That handball needed to hit. Didn't do the trick, it was locked up anyway. And they come out of stoppage, the front of stoppage once again. It's the cardinal sin in modern day footy, don't they? Your opposing number come out the front of stoppage. Glenunga do another spoiled mark, 2 hands to it from Lloyd, but he couldn't get it. Now the ball's on the ground. Did he drag it in? Umpire circling. He had the fin up like a shark. Benefit of the doubt going the way of Lloyd, who had dropped the sitter. Within a few seconds though, it's gone from one end of the ground to the other, and this is dangerous. Plenty of sneaky forward types around this, non-ball numbers, and here it comes at the back, quick kick. That was Bennett, offline. 8-6-54, 3-8-26. For all the huff and the puff, it's only a 28-point margin. It was 36 at half-time. They haven't eaten much into the elephant in this third term, have they? Strong mark in front though, and that's Dixon. Kicked a goal earlier today and leaking out the back. That's the Glenunga type play. Trust the play to move it on and get it in their hands. Book took it. And the next link of the chain just came apart at the seams. They're going back to go forward. It might work out okay. Venning takes it, plays on quickly, and that is Division 1 footy right there. Mark taking about 48 out from goal. Nigel Osborne, experienced veteran, reliable kick. Conditions, the wind is just swirling slightly.
We've seen him have a couple of shots here in the first quarter. There's a whistle being blown here.
Might have a blood rule. See a player coming from the field. I think we might have it. Umpire's got his hands crossed above the head, so it might be Book coming off under the blood rule, replaced by Reid here on the commentary side.
So Osborne now, important kick from the veteran. Got a little bit of a breeze behind him.
Might be Prim, in fact, who's come off with the blood, and Book might have been the direct opponent there. So both players getting attended to as Nigel Osborne. This will send the crowd into raptures and close the gap to a manageable margin, approaching three-quarter time.
Push to the other side. This time he's hooked this one. So another point. 3-9 now to Brighton. 27. 8-6-54 Glenunga.
Might be a class player, but a bit of a slow learner perhaps, Osborne. He's gone right, he's gone left. Next one, straight through the middle.
So now, 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. Goes long, pack there. Dixon at the front. Ball now comes out to Wiseman. Quick hands here, they work it well. Desira, weaving, one way or the other. Now comes in board, good handball out to Faye. He gives another handball out to Bilby. They've worked this real well here, Glenunga. What can they do? Can they finish it off? Kick out in front, good spot. Woods front and centre. Can he pick it up? Does well, grabs the ball, centres the ball, but no, back kick, and it's going to be marked by Brighton. Seagal.
Needed a mark out. They dropped a few in their defensive 50, and that was a must-hold and experienced man in Seagal.
Yeah, so kick the ball now out of bounds. So Carthy puts his hand up, says my bad, and they'll reset here, Glenunga, and go deep into their forward line, hoping to get a late goal here, which would be very important for them.
Only about 2 to play as well.
So he's gone around the player on the mark there. McMahon pumps it in long now. 2 on 1. Should be cut off here by Seagull. He read that well. Really good intercept mark. He's been one of their Brighton's best, Seagull, taking some good marks. And he's going to go back down the line. So a bit of stagnant play back and forth here. Glenunga working hard. Handball out. Pumps it in long. Standing his ground. Dropping the mark. That was Broadman. Drag that in. Be careful. He's got it out though. Glenunga over the top. Germany gets there as well. There's going to be another ball up.
120.
Gee, a goal in this last minute or so of this third quarter, either way, will be massive. West out of the ruck and takes it down, kicks it in. That's a smart tap on by McMahon. Oh, he knew he had teammates in the vicinity to see her. Just wouldn't sit for him. That oval-shaped ball. Set the right on the ground for the Rams. About 60 out, where the boundary meets the 50. The boundary umpire will go to work. We've played 24 and a half. Can't be more than a minute or so left in this quarter. Haven't had many goals. It's come to the side where Perry just makes it someone else's problem. It's going to come right back over his head. Oh, strong tackle and follow up by Lachlan Johncock. He's still hanging on to him. He put him on the roundabout. Umpire just jogs past and says, boys, come on. Let's play some footy. So no more than a minute left. There he goes up and comes down. Neither ruckman able to affect it. Clearance going the way of the Bombers. It's going to have to be perfect footy from here. They've clashed heads there, a couple of the Bombers plays. We'll come back to that. They're both on their haunches, and picking himself up first was Venning. Lachlan Johncock off the half-back. He's running to wall. Just came to the fall of the ball, but couldn't get it to stick. Chalmers picked it up and swung it on the boot. Oh, that's a nice run. He anticipated that beautifully, Harvey. That's going to be all she wrote for the third quarter.
Yeah, just out of the reach there. Would have been great to get a mark there for Brighton and have a shot on the siren, but
and good seeing both those plays with the head clashed up and about again. So
looked in a bit of trouble there, Dixon.
Take us to the break, Nathan.
So long kick back towards the middle. Ball punched in there. Plenty of pass. There's the siren. End of the third quarter. 1 goal apiece in that quarter, so Brighton had plenty of the ball. Just couldn't quite capitalise in front of goals, and McMahon kicked a great goal up the other end, which stemmed their flow and their run. And Brighton still a little sniff. The door's open a little bit, but they certainly need the first couple. They're kicking into a bit of a breeze here, so it's going to be a tough work, but you never know.
So 3/4 time here at Brighton Oval on day one, round one. This is Adelaide Footy League on Filming Footy. A bit of a shout out to our sponsors, of course. We'll always thank them because they enable us to bring the footy to you every single week. Every Div 1 game streamed live on YouTube. Make sure you like and share Div 1 Adelaide Footy League Facebook page. Our scoreboard sponsor, Sportal. On that Sportal scoreboard, at 3/4 time, 8 goals, 6 Glenunga, 54, 3 goals, 9 Brighton, 27. That scoreboard brought to us also by Hahn. Filming Footy with the Stats, Startfish, our live stream, Farmers Leap, Roll the Dice Racing, and our Best on Ground award every week wins themselves a pair of Archie's thongs. See all the winners of Mark of the Week and Goal of the Week on Between the Posts, our weekly footy show. 3/4 time. Glenunga with a handy lead, but it's not over yet. By 27, we'll be back after this. Saturday afternoon from Brighton Oval. It's the Bombers up against the Glenunga Rams, reigning grand finalists last year, the Glenunga Rams. Of course, the Bombers 7th looking to go, a couple of spots better in season 2024. Let's go around the ground quickly at 3/4 time. A reminder, all these games live and free right now on Filming Footy YouTube. Broadview 17, Port 64, Payneham 55, Golden Grove 62, Spock 67, Prince Alfred 66. That's one to watch. And Shock 27, Tea Tree Gully 35. But here, entering the 4th quarter, it's Glenunga 8-6-54 and the Bombers 3-9-27. The wind's kind of abated slightly in this 3/4 time break, and Otis Carthy goes in and sets the standard early. Jack Moore alongside Nathan Woods, and Nathan, you had a bit of a listen to the coach's huddles at 3/4 time.
Yeah, Glenunga, they're a bit banged up. They've only got one rotation at the moment, so they just want to get back to basics. Ball security, punching the ball from behind, just lots of basic things that they didn't do as well in that last quarter. So they're just looking to get the job done, get the points, and go home. So.
We saw a few players in that 3rd quarter. I think Pridham went off with the blood rule, so not out there at the current time, but we'll see who's missing. Pridham, actually he is, he's wrapped up with the Joel Selwood type band-aid, so we'll see who's missing as this 4th quarter unfolds. Picking the ball up and taking a strong tackle. That was Murphy, he's tackled by Woods.
Yeah, I think Cheeseman was the only player on the bench that still can come on. It was a groin injury, I couldn't quite pick up who that was, and they don't want to have to rely on an injured player coming back onto the ground. So now the ball comes out to Woods. He pumps it in long, using the body well there. McMahon, was it able? Brighton clear though. Out here, and the mark taken by Blake Higgins. Comes out wide here to Dixon. Dixon wills and goes. They've got to do this. Take it on here.
That's better.
Dixon puts it into a hot spot out in front. Couldn't quite take the mark there, Nerley. Ball comes out to Pridham now. Pridham over to Lagana, through the middle now. Pridham looking to get it back. Desira slung in a tackle, and the ball falls straight into the hands of Seagal, who's played a good game. He comes out wide now. Back to Higgins. Higgins now. I think they've been instructed to take it on here. So, pumps it in long.
Loose man.
Numbers back there, though, for Glenunga. And chipping in to take the mark is Jack Scott.
He put a tent up there, Scott. He was there for about 5 minutes all by himself, and they still kicked it right down his throat. So, just not looking up and just kicking it away from the spare man. You've just got to be a little bit more intelligent.
So Scott pumps it in good position there, take the mark though.
Kick to kick here.
Kick to kick, yeah, playing inside the 50s here. So good run from O'Loughlin Johncock. Spearing little kick. Well done by Pridham though, wore his opponent well, got the spoil away. Hanging on free, are they going to pay advantage? No, Pridham says, I'll slow it down here. And the ball will come back to Jack Scott again, who was just pulled off the ball there, and he'll take the free kick.
So with the Rams down to 1 on the bench, if you're ever going to have a chance to overcome a 4 or 5 goal deficit at home in round 1 against the reigning grand finalists, now is the chance. Strong hands, Rivers.
Getting packed like lunchtime, pack marking back and forth.
Isn't it? Jack in the park, markers up, whatever you like. If they can just string one to one of their own teammates, that'd be nice. Stringing through was Carthy, got it to Perry, on to Osborne. 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. Oh, they couldn't play Connect 4. So what they needed would have been a set shot directly in front. The home fans are upset. Could have been a bit of high contact in that marking contest, but not enough for the umpire to put the whistle to the mouth.
Just looked like he just got him a little bit high, landed awkwardly.
Free kick here.
O'Loughlin Johncock.
Check that out on the Dartfish replay screen as he takes his shot for goal to see exactly what that was for. But a real opportunity. They needed to get the first goal of this 4th quarter, and Lachlan Johncock is going to line up pretty much directly in front to close this margin down. Ricky guides it and guides it nicely. First brick in place. Fuel up the jet. The Bombers are coming.
Yeah, the all-important first goal for the Bombers. Got a bit of play there, some good marks on the centre wing here. So just try and look. Jack's looking to see where the free kick was paid here.
Looks to be a bit of a jumper punch and a bit of a a closed fist. He had him and he just gave him one more for the road up around the neck region. And the umpire was, 20 centimetres away from him. So a little bit silly from the Glenunga defender. Pretty much giving a goal and giving momentum. And if there's one thing you can't give away in footy, it's momentum. And Brighton on the board first. Sportal scoreboard, 21-point gap, game on.
Back in the middle, Ruckman's go at it. Osborne's there. Quick, well tackled. Fay got him, pinned him, dropping the ball. He's hot on that. Not much prior opportunity there. So the newcomer, Declan Fay. Oh, he's been gifted 25-metre penalty.
Now, I was watching that the entire time, and I've got to say, I think it was the correct call. Lachlan Johncock was moving out of the area, but he was still within a metre or two from that player. And then the umpire hadn't called play on. Lachlan Johncock came back in, tried to smother, and you've just got to keep moving out of that area. You can't come back in. So unlucky, the Bombers fans will feel.
That's the rules, isn't it now?
That is the rule.
Impeding that area, that space, protect the space. So the penalty looks like about an 8-metre penalty.
Umpire might have been feeling a bit generous, thinking he might have made the wrong call.
Yeah, so in comes Fay, sliced that off the side though, so...
What do they say about Cullen?
Justice prevails, I think.
The footy gods are watching.
So, a bit of a let-off. Right, to bring it back in now.
It would have been a real dagger for Brighton. It's happened once in this game. They've gotten a goal and they've given one straight back. Barely a minute later would have been the exact same deal there. So if they can just string back-to-back goals. Haven't been able to all day, the Bombers, but back-to-back goals and close that margin down to under 20 points. Anything's possible in this fourth.
No doubt. So here you go, Brighton. In front, great mark there by the Glenunga player. Pumps it in long. Through the hands of McMahon. Out the back, circling Zach Smith. Handball out loose to Davis. Gives a quick handball. Shot on goal. Out of nowhere. He's kicked it. I think it's Tully Kennett, the vice-captain. Kennett just threw it on the boot. Good hands by Davis in there as well. And Tully Kennett's thrown it on the boot. And a very important goal to get back that first one that Brighton got. So Glenunga bounced back. Their 9th goal.
Vice-captain just putting himself in the dangerous spot. Knowing what they needed, knowing if it was going to come his way, he was going to get it towards the face of goal. Let the ball and the wind do the rest of the work. And 7.5 gone almost in this fourth term, where as you were at 3/4 time, margins pushed out once again to 27 points. Normal service resuming in this fourth term. Brighton, if they're going to come, they're going to want to string together back-to-back goals. The big man picks it up and now he's in trouble. Had about 3 handball options and didn't take any of them and ended up throwing it out. Brighton want to move it on. Seagal presents an option on this near side. Well covered out there by Wood. So he goes directly down. Lachlan Johncock got both hands to it. Bit of the sun in the eyes. Taking him on. Spilling out in the tackle. And that's going to be a free kick and a great decision. It's going to be Tarka. On the outer side, we were saying in that third quarter, it might not be a day, but it can definitely still be your moment.
Certainly can.
Here's the moment.
With a half forward, kick a couple of goals, turn things around very quickly. This is a tough kick though. Into the breeze. Swirling around, in he comes.
Just dies down as he makes contact. The umpire dancing around. Oh.
Good effort, just slid across the face of goal. 3 for a minus score, 4-10. They go to Brighton, 9-6 Glenunga. So
still plenty of time, 8.5 gone, fourth term. Adelaide Footy League here on Filming Footy, live and free on YouTube. All other Div 1 games currently streaming right now on the live tab on the Filming Footy YouTube homepage, so feel free to check those out and come back and join us down here at Brighton Oval. Saw Kennett kick that vice-captain's goal, right place, right time, and see Abe Davis just roaming around, just putting himself in the right spot, the captain. Just to restore a bit of calm for Glenunga and trying to stop this haphazard footy from the Bombers in this fourth term. It's all they can do to get back in it. Oh, he missed his boot.
He's had an airy there, Lachlan Johncock.
Take that out of the highlights reel. We'll just pretend that never existed. Glenunga clear. It's only as far as Jum and Seagal in those red boots. He sees something he likes, so he goes quick. And quick is what they need. Osborne. Just over the head. Oh, he saw someone coming on the lead. It's going to be a mark for Venning, but getting in the way, Lagana. And all of a sudden, Brighton looking to defend the ground in the middle of it. Glenunga pushed it to that wing, and now back in the middle of the ground, here's Woods. He's had a good start of this fourth quarter, Woods. A couple of good things. Oh, he rose! Couple of weeks after Easter, but he rose, didn't he?
Had the perfect sit.
He's come down with snowflakes on his head.
We've had some screamers today. Certainly some contenders for goal of the week. For mark of the week, with Seagal taking in a ripper earlier in the game.
That'll definitely go on the highlights package.
Bennett, isn't it? Lincoln Bennett?
Lincoln got up high.
Lincoln was flying.
Licked his lips, didn't he? He saw that one, he just rose.
Arnie, our cameraman's jotted the time of that one down.
The perfect step ladder in front of him as well. We'll go back and see who that was.
Can he finish his good mark now?
Bennett to put the cherry on top.
Oh.
Well, the mark was fantastic.
He's let himself down. Always want to finish with a goal after taking a screamer like that, but unfortunately just pushed it across the face. So.
It's going to be well up there for the Bianco mark of the week, that is for sure. Going to have to do something a bit better to take off that, and there's a Golden Fist nomination.
Yes.
Send that one to the bounce.
Wisman's just come off the bench there, ran on and just given that a huge
He's gone bang! Sportal scoreboard 9-7-61, lead of 27 points, 4-10 Brighton, 34, 11 played. Jack Moore alongside Nathan Woods.
So ball throw in deep in the forward line of Glenunga here. They probably just need one more to finish Brighton off here. Will make it very hard for them. So there's a throw in. Working hard there. Brighton player, Dermody, young fella, tries to get around, he's gone. Great tackle by Pridham. He wrapped him up. Charlie sporting the headband, being cut open early. Now goes onto his left foot, pumps it deep in, danger spot. Davis flies across the front, can't quite pick it up. Flying shot by Abel. To the end, taken over the line there by Murphy. Through for another minor, so 9-8. Glenunga goes 62 to Brighton 4-10-34. Now Brighton trying to clear and out of side.
The gap is 5 goals. It's going to come, it has to come now, and they're going to have to take a few risks. About 160 metres from goal, all the way down the other end, that's going to clear the pack. The kick came out from Higgins all the way over the back. Seagal pushes back now, and Brighton have a loose couple of numbers in D50, so they wouldn't want to concede from here, but it's going to be a Glenunga entry once again. The kick will come in from about 70 out. Look at about 20 to 30 out. Oh, it's up and under. Mark that if you can. It's going to come down with the raindrops on it. A couple of players got their hands to it. Davis is one of them in there trying to push his weight around. He's up forward looking for a lead, but he's not going to lead towards that when the ball's in dispute and no one's got it. So boundary umpire will throw it in. Lachlan Johncock right in front of us came to the bench with a bit of a limp, but he's ready to rejoin the fray and come back on to ignite a spark perhaps. What have Brighton got? If Glenunga kick one here, you fear it might be all done. Beautiful vice-like grip in the tackle. 13.5 gone. It's been a wonderful afternoon at Brighton Oval. Does this game have one last twist in the tail? It's been all Glenunga in that second term. Apart from that, a pretty even slate. A few goals off turnovers, and that was it. Whistle's gone. We'll just have a free kick, and umpires just communicating with each other. It's going to be a downfield infringement. Brighton take it. They've got to go, and that's not going to work. Over the back, Parsons accepted the invitation. The gift on a silver platter was the turnover, and Penny right below his ankles, I should say Perry. Locked up once again. Brighton taking that kick on, but just not being able to get it past halfway with any thrust in this fourth term.
Yeah, just hanging on. Time's going to become a factor soon now as well. Glenunga just slowed it right up here. So repeat stoppages all around the ground at the moment. A lot of players around the ball. West gets a little tap down. Osborne in there. Good tackle by Chalmers. And we'll have another ball up. So West at it again with Reed. Good strong tackle there by Declan Fay.
Anything left in the coaching playbook here for Backwell with halfway through this fourth quarter, Nathan?
That's a good option there. Bump it forward, but it's going to be hard for them now into this breeze. But they've just got to take it on, play on. We saw that early in the quarter when they did that a few times, but their execution wasn't real good. So Glenunga have just put a couple back as well, so they're making it hard. An extra two back there. Pridham's just loose, and there's another tool back there. So it's going to be very hard for them here. They just run and carry and really back themselves.
And even though it is a 5-6 goal gap, those goals came off turnover in that second quarter, so there's been a lot to like still from Brighton.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, they'll take a bit out of this game for sure. And they've got plenty of cattle to come back in. Some important players. Tyron Book, Wellesby, to name a couple. So it's not all doom and gloom. So there's still a lot of players around the ball now. Brighton have got it. The umps pulled out a free kick.
Yeah, dangerous tackle, had his head slammed into the ground.
There. So Brighton, can they try and manufacture something? Going to go forward here to Tarka. Dangerous kick though. Just went over his head, couldn't quite take the mark. But
Smith came in well there and broke that up. Otherwise, Tarka was going to get it and go.
Yeah, so another ball up. Slung out on the left foot. Loses his footing there. So Smith gets it out now. What can Glenunga do? Goes up forward as Bilby. They've got it up there. Oh, here we go. Chance here for Glenunga. Little check side, right foot there. That's a goal. I think it's McMahon, is it? Michael McMahon's got his third. It's been good up there today, McMahon. Finding a target along with Davis. Kick 3 or 4, maybe 4 between them. Three between them. 4, sorry. 2 to Davis, 2 to McMahon. So let's put the nail in the coffin, you'd say now.
Third goal for McMahon. Oh,
third goal for McMahon.
I'll take the credit for that. I had that wrong myself and was signaling the wrong stuff, but
all good.
2 for Davis, 3 for McMahon. 5 goals between those two is gonna win you a lot of games. And Abe Davis, some selfless shepherding too. As soon as the ball went over his head, he knew that McMahon was in the area. He put his body on the line, kept his opponent out of the way of the play. McMahon accepted it, and that might have put the nail in the coffin for the Rams this afternoon. They're going to start season 2024, it looks, with what will become a comfortable victory here at Brighton. Always a tough away day coming down towards the Bay, but as we spoke about, plenty of promising signs for the Bombers if they can clean up a bit of their turnover game. Here's Reed. Fresh this year from Rupina in 2023. Spent some time at South Adelaide as well. Inside 50, one last roll of the dice perhaps. Pridham says no. He got it from Cheeseman. Gives it to Kennett. Vice-captain's goal earlier in this term and a one-on-one battle. McMahon there again. He wants a handful. That one's gone towards his captain. He's gone down and I think he's just slow to get up out of embarrassment rather than pain. We'll keep an eye on that one. Meanwhile, a mark taken in between a forest of Rams, and that's Dermody. Abe Davis back to his feet in the teeth of goal, so good signs there. One last chance for Brighton to add a couple of goals. Haven't ticked the time on just yet. Saw a few incredible comebacks last season in the Adelaide Footy League. Nice chiselling effort from Dermody that finds Harvey. Seen a bit of the pill in this second half. Lachlan Johncock from the side, got both hands to it. Well spoiled in the end Wiseman came out and did the work and did it early. Filled his bucket nicely. And the Desira kick was pressured well by Tarka. Lachlan Johncock still has that hobble on, so a keen watch on next week's teams. Mark taking Cheeseman Dutton goes towards his forward 50. They've dropped a couple of sitters. 2 hands to it, Dixon. And he couldn't pluck the apple off the tree. It's been the story of their day as Glenunga enjoy a 34-point lead as we tick into time on.
So can
DB5.
Brighton get a consolation one here in the last 5 minutes or so? Woods there, bursting through the pack, but there's no way through there. Large amount of players just in the goal square now for Brighton, so there'll be another ball up. We've called a lot of ball ups today. The umpires have thrown the ball up a lot. Woods has tackled without it. We get the free, goes back in again, and there'll be another ball up. So nearly every player in this half of the ground, and a lot in the forward 50 here. Ball comes out to Woodsy, gets a hurried kick. Bouncing ball, picked up by Brighton now, over the head of Higgins. Murphy looking for it out wider, he gets it now, back to Tarka. Tarka slings it on the left, it might go right here. Germany couldn't quite mark it, goes back again, the young fella. Had a lovely few minutes. Snapped by Shane Harvey, and well done by coming across Cheeseman. Sorry, Fletcher Wiseman it was. Punches the ball out of bounds. So
the one-on-one defending of the Rams has been something to behold. It's been a little bit of the kicking not to the advantage of the forward, but the Glenunga defenders have stuck to their men like glue today.
Yeah, they have a very experienced defensive coach in Nathan Grimer, who actually did a bit of work out at Norwood as well in the premiership year. Dave Rawlings, former teammate at North, I think, got him out to do a bit of work with the defenders. So
these two clubs have the most experience in terms of coaches at AFL level, SANFL level, coaching level in the entire Division 1. So if there's going to be any nous and expertise and experience from the coach to player relationship for both these clubs, you'd say would be probably up there as the two best in the entire league with the experience of Backwell and Grimer.
Yes, certainly. Brett was inducted into the Queensland Hall of Fame recently. McGarry medalist.
Relieving mark in defensive 50. I was just going to mention earlier, never been a moment for it. I was doing a bit of research on Brett Backwell during the week, and did you know he had a finger amputated and he was flown to America to appear on the David Letterman Late Show.
Yes, correct.
Came across this week as I was researching the game. He might have just heard.
Letterman, he's heard us there. He's showing us his finger.
We're just going to look up that Letterman interview now and let the rest of the game play out. No. So all the experience in the world, of course. Spent time at Carlton, West Adelaide, Glenelg, North Adelaide. JJ Liston, trophy winner as well, and a McGarry as well. So.
Yes, and I played at Glenelg with him for a few years.
His ears are burning here in front of us, I think, as well. So. And of course, one of your teammates closest football acquaintances over the time. Game playing out in the dying stages, about 2.5 left. It's buried in there on the outer side, and turning out view to some players who have stood head and shoulders above. Kennett's been great for the Rams, as has Abe Davis. He brings it every week, of course, though. And McMahon, with his handful of goals, has been right on time. From a Brighton perspective, Lachlan Johncock is run on top of the ground. Wouldn't mind the work of Rivers and Carthy. Yes. Any other names you've got that stood out to you?
Taking some good marks.
He's played his role well.
Yeah, played his role.
That's all it's about as well. If you play your role, it contributes to the end of the day. Successful teams might not be the best in terms of talent, but the role plays and the connection, and there he is, right on cue.
He's played on.
He played on quick. Oh, he's gone.
He's let us down.
Chalk that up.
Good mark.
First commentator's curse of the season for Nathan.
The two number 4s out there, Smith and Broadbent.
Glenunga
The sting's gone out of this game now.
Added a cherry on top with that last goal and looking for some cream there, but it's not going to be. 24 gone. Nathan, take us home.
So Brighton now out wide. Comes to Ty Murphy. He's got Dermody. Osborne offers a lead. Booked further down the ground, but he's going to come back in board. Gives it to Higgins.
Higgins now down the line. Bedding's there. Spot in front. Scott throws it out to the back to Eager. And he's found now he's found Oliver Cheeseman. Cheeseman short into Kennett. Kennett says, hang on, I'm 50 out here. 50. Bit of a breeze. I might have another pop shot at my second.
It's that time of the game. I just add to my stats, I think he says. Yeah. He's done all the hard work, that's for sure. And he kicked that vice-captain's goal earlier this quarter just to get that breathing room. And Brighton, they've started every quarter, Brighton, with a bang. And it's just taken Glenunga just to work them back. And Kennett, this would be, just desserts and a rich reward for his effort today.
Yeah, he's been good. I've coached his brother Ned as well out at Pembroke. Younger brother, and his father's Steve's a Crow's doctor. So in here comes Tully. Oh, it's a shank. It's a wobbling, dipping helicopter.
I think we're level for commentators' curses now.
Yeah.
1-0.
We are, and that's a tired leg, I think, there from Tully. And ball.
He's done his job, though, hasn't he?
Balled up, yeah. He's done his job. So ball up. Shade coming over the ground here.
I think Grimer would be pretty happy with 3, 4, 5 debutants in round 1 today to get the win. It's been a pretty solid effort. You never know going into a new season. 5 debutants, almost a quarter of your team new, and to come away with what's going to be close to a 6-goal win.
Yeah, and I think all 5 have sort of had their moments as well. So they've all looks like they've fitted in well, and they're definitely, and they've got a few to come back in. Obviously, they're a bit down on players at the moment with injuries. So
we spoke earlier as well on the Brighton side of things. I think there's our final siren on the Brighton side of things. It's plenty of bright shoots and green shoots coming through there as well. So.
Yeah, no doubt.
We've wrapped up our game now, so it's all over. Round 1 in the Adelaide Footy League here at Brighton Oval. A pretty nice victory. 3 quarters played on a level par. It was that second quarter, 5 goals to zip going the way of Glenunga, which has set up the victory in the end on the Sportle and Hahn scoreboard. 10-8-68 the Rams, 4-11-35 the Bombers. A nice round 1 win here at Brighton Oval on Filming Footy. Remember to switch over to all the other live streams every week. Div 1 games, they're all streamed live on Filming Footy YouTube. And the Broadview Port, Payneham Norwood Union, Golden Grove, Spock, Prince Alfred and Shock Tea Tree Gully games, of course, are all underway and some are finalised, but I'll let you switch over to those channels to have a bit of a suss of the score and perhaps watch the 4th quarter in replay. We covered our best players at the end of that 4th quarter, but we'll have a think about it and elect someone for those Archie Stongs for the 3 votes and also the 2 and the 1 to find out who wins those. And the full match report, of course, tune in to Between the Posts. That's our weekly footy show on the Filming Footy social media page and the Adelaide Footy League page. For one last time today, a big thank you to all our sponsors: Sportle, Hahn, Filming Footy, Dartfish, Farmers Leap, Roll the Dice Racing, Archie's, Wakefield Sports Clinic and Bianco. We did see a mark of the week thanks to Bianco earlier in this game as well. It's been an absolute pleasure, Nathan. Some final thoughts for round 1 footy. Both teams look set up for a good year.
Yeah, no, it's been a great day out here at Brighton Oval. Brighton, they came to play early and showed some good signs. As we said, the second quarter was where it blew out. Glenunga kicking those 5 goals, and that was sort of the end margin as well. So Glenunga's a lot to like there as well. They'll be up there, definitely a force to be reckoned with. And Brighton, they've got some new faces. They've got plenty to come back in, and they were competitive for a lot of the game today. So they can take something out of that. I think looking at Brett Backle's demeanour on the boundary, he was quite upbeat with what he saw out there today. And I think they'll be all right. Brighton, they'll be around the mid-table and surprise a few teams and go not too bad. So I think we're out at Webb Oval next week, Glenunga and Broadview. So that'll be another interesting game next week. And we've got a few other good games. Golden Grove with St Peter's out at Golden Grove. Sacred Heart and Payneham will be an interesting game. As we said, Glenunga and Broadview, and Prince Alfred against the Bombers. So obviously Princes have lost a lot of players, and they were in a tight struggle with Spock today. So now plenty of interesting games and plenty to look forward to for this Div 1 season with some great inclusions and all set up for a great year.
Indeed it is, and those round 2 fixtures were their mouth-watering. I can't wait till next Saturday afternoon where we can rejoin you here on Filming Footy and bring you all those games live and free. Jump along to all the other streams and watch a replay of the 4th quarter. There are a couple of close games at 3 quarter. That Payneham Norwood Union Golden Grove game, Spock and Prince Alfred and Shock and Gullies were all close at 3 quarter time, so I won't spoil those results. Get along there to watch the replay of that 4th quarter. That is just about it from Brighton Oval. On behalf of our cameraman Barnaby and Nathan Woods, our expert commentator Jack Moore, saying farewell, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you back here same time next week on Filming Footy.
Well done.